Marks 1 year since the historic tornado outbreak on March 31st. The Quad Cities National Weather Service forecast area seeing the most tornadoes in one day since they began keeping records in the 1950s. Now, Joe McCoy takes us to a cattle farm in Deere Grove, Illinois that the community helped rebuild.
It was just another normal evening for us, and then all our neighbors started calling me and saying, hey, you got a problem.
This is all that's left of the old building.
March 31st, 2023 was when 10 years of hard work from fourth-generation cattle feeder Jake Perino got wiped away in the blink of an eye. One of the 29 tornadoes that day, turning his cattle farm into a shredded mess.
The back wall was gone, the trusses were all domino effect down, and this whole alley where the cattle are, it was all just a mess with the trusses and all the boards that were all just intertwined.
Miraculously, none of the 300 cattle died, but the destruction did not stop at the barn.
We had 2 silos that were damaged. Picture a pop can. If a pop can is full, you can't squeeze it because it's got pressure on it, but if a pop can's empty, it'll wrinkle really easily. That silo was almost full and it's still wrinkled like an empty pop can.
But this is not a story of someone losing everything. It's a story about what happened after the storm.
Within the first hour, all our neighbors started showing up and everybody just said, what can we do to help?
More than 100 people, some from an hour and a half away, pitching in wherever they could.
People were willing to haul our cattle out for us, and I had a lot of people reach out to me and said, hey, we'll move our cattle around, you bring your cattle to our place and we'll feed them for you.
There is still some work that needs to be done. Jake says the 2 silos have to come down, and he is in the process of rebuilding the machine shed. But in less than 4 months, he was back in business.
The barn went down March 31st, and by July 11th, we had this barn full of cattle.
A perfect example of a community rallying together and not letting one of their own go down by himself. In Deere Grove, Joe McCoy, WQAD News 8.
And in that tornado outbreak last year, nobody died and only 11 people were hurt from that storm.